Hello and welcome to Shots of Inspiration. Today I'm going to be talking about something a little bit paradoxical, which is using our fear of failure to propel us towards confidence and resilience. And the reason I've been thinking about this is that many of my clients have been experiencing a lot of anxiety and fear caused by pandemic change, and so too have I. In fact, this has been the most anxious time of my life, and that's because of the impact of COVID on my business. So I have literally been waking up in the middle of the night, unable to go back to sleep, with a really pounding heart, thinking anxious thoughts. And in my efforts to try and manage that, I've been getting up, having cups of tea, and exploring, so what is it that I believe about failure? And I've had this moment of insight that I've been sharing with my friends and my clients and my colleagues, that for me, there's this assumption that this temporary state that we call failure is going to be ongoing. And as I've been thinking about this, I've been asking myself, so what is failure anyway? Well, if you look at it logically, failure is just not having something that you want. And obviously, that's a state that isn't permanent. There's a lot that we can do about that state. We can change what we want. We can change what we do. And as we do that, we will start to change what happens in our lives. So I've been sharing this with my clients and my colleagues, and we've been having lots of really interesting conversations about how those of us who do suffer from anxiety or fear of failure can at least keep ourselves at a reasonable level of stability throughout these turbulent times. And here are some of the things that we've started thinking about. So firstly, I think it's really important to remember the saying, "This too shall pass." It's actually one of my favorite sayings, and I think it's really relevant if you're someone who has a fear of failure. Failure never lasts forever. It's up to us to be able to take steps to change what's going on for ourselves. The second thing that is really important is being able to cast our imagination into the future in a non-anxious way. The imagination is incredibly powerful. We can use it for good or evil. Why spend my evenings thinking about all the things that might go wrong when I could be thinking about how to build a more positive and thriving future, not only for myself and my team, but for my clients? And obviously that's far more inspiring and far more relaxing to do in the middle of the night. And then finally, something that's really, really been significant for me as an introvert who doesn't tend to do much self-disclosure. And that is how, as I have been opening up about how I feel, my colleagues, my friends, my clients have been opening up and sharing their experiences too. And guess what? I'm not alone, and neither are you. We're probably all scared right now. Those of us who've had unexpected changes in our work or professional life or business life are probably really fearful. And fear is natural. But anxiety is an imagination of a future that is full of catastrophe, doom and gloom. And all of us actually have a choice about whether we imagine that future or we imagine a future where happiness and peace and resilience exist. And so if you want my single tip for managing fear and anxiety around failure during this turbulent time, it is to be hopeful, to cast your mind forward to what you want at the end of this chaotic period and what you want to offer to the world and to other people when we start to build a new way of living and a new way of thriving. So I hope that's been useful for you, and please do share your stories and share how this is helpful for you, because every story that we share becomes inspiration for someone else to thrive. Find out more about boosting your confidence and resilience by enrolling in one of my workshops or coaching programs. Or if you're a practitioner, download my free ebook, The Positive Psychology Toolkit for HR and L&D practitioners. There's links for both those resources beneath this video.